What is going on, people? Tebbz Weekly episode number 8. If you haven't seen number 7 yet, click here to watch that video. Today is Monday, 6:20. I'm here on a Monday for once. Following on from last week, we have got the White and Black Adam, trying to get it ready for Signwriting on Friday. It's a bit of a push, as always. But we're getting Signwriting ready for Friday, ready to be raced at Yarmouth on Sunday. So it needs to be done, obviously. Everything needs to be done. So far we've got the black top, the top car, top part of the car is black. I've just got to finish off doing the sides now. I need to get them done today so Dad can paint the white part tomorrow. It's all rush, but we keep going. Can't hold that and have a look at the same time. Yeah. That do. You just push out, stitch. Just stay there.
I want to stitch it in. Let's do it.
So that is us done for today. It is 9 o'clock. Dad did change the batteries in that clock, so I know what time it is now. That's us done for today. We don't want to make any more noise after 9 o'clock, really. Try and keep the neighbours happy as best we can. Not sure that's too possible with disc cutting and welding, but we do try. We got the metal work done, which was the main thing today, so Dad can come out here tomorrow and paint it. The seal I did say was going to be annoying, but we've done the best we could without replacing the whole of that seal off of another Adam shell. All you can sort of do is bodge it because it's so damaged. But we got it done. I won't be here tomorrow because Dad will just be out here painting, so I will be back Wednesday. Hopefully it'll all be painted and we can crack on with all the other jobs.
Right, it's just me tonight. As Kurt, there's no point Kurt being over here. I'm just going to carry on with the painting. I've got a weld a plate, mask up and get the white on. So this is the plate I've got to weld on. I just got to do a bit of cleaning up and then stitch that on. Then I'm going to mask up this side of the car, maybe have the wheels off and mix up some white paint.
Wednesday. Just got to Dad's. First look at what this car looks like painted. Ah. That'll do. Well done, Papa. That definitely looks a lot different than what it was. That's going to look banging with the Signwriting in, boy. Come on. Ah, buzzing now. Oh, I can't wait to race it, boy. Woo. I've never actually raced a car that's not been red either. Well, I tell a lie. I'm racing a black and white one now, but it's obviously not with our paint or our Signwriting on. So it's going to be nice racing in a different colour, to be honest. Say we've done it like this to keep it different from the red and black one, really. So obviously, not that we get confused, but every time you say the red Adam and the red and black one, you've got to try and differentiate. That's a big word. Differentiate. I ain't even gonna say it. You know what I mean. But it's nice to be able to have a difference between them, just so it makes it a lot easier. But no, I'm excited to race in different colours, to be honest, with our own Signwriting on. The St George's Cross in it. We're coming for it this year. So now back to work. I've got gearing to do. I think it's just a cluster change. I need to double check though. If not, it'll be a cluster and diff change. And then we've got the seat to put back in this one, because we took the seat out to then put Dad's seat back in there, but we're not doing that now. I'm going to put my one back in. I've got the radiator to put back in. So that radiator that was in there was the one that split, which we fixed, but instead of using the repaired one, we're going to use the one out of the Corsa for the minute, because I've only got 3 radiators, so I'm going to use the one out of the Corsa for the minute, put that in and use the repaired one as a spare. Once I've done all that, at the end of the day, I'll have a look and see if I can find any other jobs to do as well as the normal list. Let's get to it. A problem that I've started to see occurring is where we change the clusters on the gearbox to change the gearing for different tracks. The what's it called? The gaskets are about £20 for a set. Then you get the diff plate. There's 2 others on there that I don't really know what they're for, but and then you get the gear selector and the cluster one. But last time I looked, about a year ago, I think they were £20 a set, weren't they? Something like that. Yeah. And they don't last very long, especially when you're changing it every meeting for different tracks. They don't last that long, so I've just been using sealant for, seems like forever now. I've been using sealant to put in there, and but this is the second gearbox now. Where the sealant gets stuck in the bolt holes, they start wanting to pull the threads out of the bolts. So I'm gonna have to change that really. So this is the last time I use sealant. I did see someone on Facebook selling the gaskets, but I don't know if he's selling individual ones, just because all we need is cluster ones. You don't need any of the others. The others are fine. I mean, the gear selector ones, I've got them anyway. So it's just the cluster ones really. I need to be able to buy them separately on their own and not for £20. But it's something I need to look into and definitely do, because I'm starting to mess up another gearbox here now. So it's just one of the problems. Right, so I'm just taking the radiator out of the Corsa now. We're not going to be using this car for, we haven't got no plans on using this car at the minute. So it makes more sense to take it out of this one rather than the red and black Adam. Obviously I've got a radiator in each car, they're all the same radiator, all the same brackets. So it makes, I don't want to be taking the repaired one as a primary radiator really. So I'm going to nick this one out of here, pull it in the white and black one, and then use that one as the spare.
Pop it on there and pin it down.
Right. What about cutting that there?
Yeah, just cut that open. And then we could put the washer on there. You can even weld the washer on.
Right. But that radiator's probably staying in there for the minute anyway.
Yeah, so if I cut that.
Problem. As I said, the radiators were the same size. What was that? 705. 705. 70. It's about 70. They are the same length, Dad.
Yeah, it's going to be the how thick those plates are. It'd be how, what, from there to there?
Yeah, that's 705.
Well, that one, this one don't. Right, see, I've cut that.
Yeah.
So we just pin that in there. If you want to put a different washer on it and then weld that on, or you just pin that down.
The force is going to come forward, isn't it? So it's not going to, well, no, we'll weld it. We'll weld it.
Unless you're going backwards.
Yeah. It's always a possibility.
So I need a clean washer.
Yeah, I'll weld that.
Clean this off.
How does that make sense though? They're the same size.
They're not. It's the length.
The length's the same. That's
710. Maybe 712.
706. Yeah. 4 mil.
Yeah, that's all I need on there.
Yeah. So they're nearly the same size.
Yeah.
They're 4 mil out, which is all it needed. It's a tight fit in there. Right, I'll grab that welder out. Hold on. Yep. So that will do for today. It's 20 to 9. I got the gearing done. I've done the setup changes I wanted to do. Dad's finished off painting some of the bars that he couldn't get with a gun, with a spray gun, so he's gone around with a paintbrush and he's finished painting them. I was going to put the seat and the battery back in, but he just informed me that he finishes work at 2:30 tomorrow, so I'll leave that for him to do tomorrow so I can get away at a decent time. Also got the rad in as well. I took the rad out of the Corsa, I put that in. Say it was 4 mil difference, but that was all it needed to have to be adjusted the mount. To adjust the mount was 4 mil. So she's tight in there. But as you say, I got 3 radiators that all should swap between all 3 cars, both Adams and the Corsa. That's the idea of it. But yeah, slight adjustment and she's in. Yeah, tomorrow is going to consist of scaling it, because we want to make sure we get back to where we was, because we was doing well at Yarmouth last time. Scale it. What else on that list? Got to solder up the carb. Obviously that pipe come off, well, it split at Aldershot that time, so we got to solder up the carb. Also, this one is obviously off my Corsa, so we need to scurf down that bolt that's on the fan on this one as well. Otherwise that's going to give us another hole in the rad. So we're going to do that tomorrow. There's a battery cable on there that just needs a bit of hose on it to stop that splitting. That's it really. Well, I had the suspension off on the front. I checked all of that and that's all fine. The shock's all right, bottom arm's all right, ball joints are all right. So yes, it's not too late. Get a decent night's sleep. Yeah, go on then. Oh. Yeah. Give her a rev.
Top that back up.
Yeah. Stop. You're going to pressure test it now? Once that's filled up.
Yeah.
It's Thursday. I've just got to Dad's. Time's 6:30. We've just filled up the radiator with water now. And then we're going to give it a pressure test just to make sure we ain't got any leaks. We just turned it over there and we already had 1 leak, so didn't need a pressure tester for that. Pressure test it now, and then we've got to take the fan off and scurf that down. So that'll be the first 2 jobs today. Didn't take long to find the first problem. Both Jubilees were no good on this join here, so we've got 2 new ones out of the box. Whack them on. Hopefully it seals up now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're going to tighten up. Yep. Yeah, I think it might be.
It's up to 16.
Ain't no leaks there yet.
No, that's not.
Right, so she's pressure tested and we got no leaks, so it's a better start now. Right, let's get that fan off. That'll do. That's all it takes.
Oh, where is it? There.
It's all these little things that stops you from having problems.
Need to cut that white. Cut that off.
Put a wailer on it.
Yeah, the Wagos are on the car there. So you cut it off and strip the wire back. Oh, not that much.
Right there. All sparky over there. Oh, where's that one gone?
You lost one?
Disappearing bug.
It's probably behind the fan.
No, I saw it drop. I'm dirtying up the car. Oh no, it's still in there. Liverpool.
You've got the fan too close, I think. Just put it away a little bit.
Alright?
Yeah?
As soon as I hit someone, it's just going to fly forward.
Yeah. You're not going to hit anyone, are you?
No. Little stop rods, isn't it?
They eat each other more than you lot.
That's got to be the black one, isn't
Black and white.
it? No?
Yeah, I would go for that. Because black and white don't go together. Blue and red don't go together.
You wired it up, so
I know.
we'll go with your guess.
Just switch the fan on. Let's get a bit of moment of truth. Yep, it's going the right way.
Another job ticked off.
What's that on there for? Should blow that filter out.
You taking that carb off and soldering it?
Can do. Yeah, let's blow this filter out. Nice. Just press the throttle, make sure it fully opens. Yeah, it's fully open.
Sweet.
Good to go. So what's next? Do the toe, do the tyre pressures,
Yeah.
put it on scales.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
Oh.
120 mil. Perfect.
Yeah.
the one before? Probably try.
Yeah. If anyone can recommend a good tyre pressure gauge to use, one that they use and they go by it and they're happy with it, then let me know in the comments or message me privately, because the last 2, 3 that we bought,
They're all rubbish.
they've all ended up being either 5 to 6 psi out. This one doesn't even return properly anymore. It doesn't even go back to 0. You've got to keep knocking it. So
Digital one maybe.
maybe a digital one, whatever anyone trusts and recommends, because it's no good. As you say, before you know it, you're 5 psi out on your gauge and you're wondering why you're no good. So let me know, private message me or let me know in the comments. So that's the car on the scales at the minute. We got it roughly where we thought we wanted it to be using the book, and then it was just slight adjustments, packer here and there, trying to get it bang on to what we had last time and what we think will work. So hopefully all these tiny little things that we're doing is going to give us the results. But obviously when you go there, sometimes you do all the prep like that, getting set up right, you go there and the track is completely different to the last time you went there. So you either need a plan B or even a plan C. I'm going to focus on the tyres as well again this meeting, making sure we got the right tyres and we got spares of the right tyres. So all these little things hopefully will make the difference. Dad's now just writing down exactly what we've done to a T, writing it down. We've got pictures of the scales, what the cross weight is, independent weights of each corner, inside weight, which we've got plenty to play with, obviously now with the new rule as well. Yeah, she's nearly ready, nearly ready. So that is tonight done. It's nice and early actually, it's 8:30, makes a change. The car is all ready for the Signwriter. We've had a little tidy up as well, so we can give him as much room as he needs really to do as good of a job as he can. Cleared the bench for him so he can put all his stuff on there as well. That's it really. I'm going to go home and have a nice early night. And then whilst I'm at work tomorrow, Good Friday, Dad will send me some pictures hopefully of the car looking tip top. Different, very different. Once the Signwriting goes on these cars, they just pop, don't they?
Yeah.
They just
Transforms them.
yeah, it absolutely transforms the car.
Even crappy paintwork, it just...
Is that what you're trying to say? No, the Signwriting just makes the car absolutely
My
pop.
crappy paintwork.
So, yeah, I'll be at work and Dad will send me photos. I've spoke to Henry, who's doing the signs. Fair play to him. He's going to let us time lapse some of the footage of him doing it. So that'll give you a bit of an insight of how the Signwriting goes on the cars for anyone who don't know. So he's going to get here at 7, isn't he?
Is it?
Yeah, he's going to get here at 7. That's probably going to be a long day for him. I'll be back here Saturday after work, get the car loaded, get the van loaded, and get everything ready so I can just turn up Sunday morning and leave nice and early. If we're working it out, 3.5 hours to Yarmouth. 3.5 hours?
So, yeah. So
3.5 hours to Yarmouth. We've got.
it starts at 2.
Starts at 2.
We have to be there 2 hours before, so that's 12.
Yeah. 3.5 hours before that.
Half 8.
8:30. So we need to leave at 8:30 in the morning. So I need to leave my house at 7:30 in the morning. Get to Dad's, try and have something to eat. That is a long day. Probably racing till 5, 6 o'clock, 2 till 5 or 6, depending how fast the meeting goes. And then it'd be 3.5 hours back. No traffic.
5 formulas.
5 formulas. Oh. Gives you more time to repair the car, but it makes it a longer day. So if you're having a really good meeting and you've got no repairs to do, it's a long day. And then you got 3.5 hour journey back. So far, I'll put a booking list up, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because the meeting will already be done by the time this comes out. But there's 14 people booked in so far, 14 drivers, and it looks like there's still a few regulars missing. So hopefully we get a few more, at least 20 cars around there. At least 20 cars.
4, yeah, 5 formulas.
And he's just confirmed there's 5 formulas. So anyway, that's my night done. I'm going home, and you'll see the Signwriter and you'll see Dad tomorrow. Saturday, 2:10. I've just finished work and I've got Jack fixing the corner on his car. He's done all the other prep he needs to do. He's just finishing the corner. So I'm just going to stay here, give him a hand welding it up, and then I'm off to Dad's to see the new car. It's not a new car, but it's the newly Signwritten car. Jam. Jam. Oh, you're cute. So I've just turned up at Dad's. I didn't get a chance to film anything from Jack's because I haven't got a tripod with me. That's something I need to keep in the van, I think, a spare tripod. I've got most of the welding done for him, and then his welder packed up, so I ain't got the time to sit there and try and sort it out. So hopefully Brad gets back there. Hopefully he can finish that for him. And then, so I pulled up here. I'm just about to go and have a look at this car now. I can't f***ing wait. We'll have it ready to go.
Our car up behind it.
Yeah.
You got the tyres you want?
Oh, I'll sort them today. Woohoo! That's different, isn't it? Oh wow. That Signwriting makes all the difference, doesn't it? That's brilliant. That's bonkers this side. Brilliant. Really good. Now I've stopped looking at it, I'd just like to thank Henry at HS Signs. I'll just pop up his number and whatnot in this. I appreciate him coming down. It was quite short notice as well, so I appreciate him coming down, taking the time to do it, letting us film him as well, because I know a lot of people don't really like that sort of stuff, but fair play to him. He let us film him. Say he's not been doing it that long, I don't think, compared to some of the main signwriters that they have, but he's local to us, and I'm glad I give him a chance because he has absolutely smashed it. Fair play to him. But now back to business. Dad's just finishing putting the transponder from the other Adam into the white one. He's just done that now, so now's the business to load it up. And there's loads of cars out in front, so this is probably going to be a nightmare as usual, but not moaning. It is what it is. We do what we got to do. So we're just trying to pull this red and black one off of the trailer, and the same's happened again as what happened at Eastbourne, where it don't want to start. Acts as if it's got a flat battery where the starter motor don't kick in, but I know it's happened to us before and I've just clocked on, but sometimes where it's been sat there for ages, fuel actually gets into the pistons, so we'll know. We're going to take spark plugs out and double check now and have a look.
Is it all out of there?
Yeah. There's a problem. I don't know if you can see that on there, but it's dripping with fuel. So we're going to take all the spark plugs out now, spin it over and get all that out. They just spun it over once, we missed it on camera, but there's no more coming out now. But he just spun it over and a load of fuel come out piston free. So there was our problem. I think to counter it, turning the fuel tap off maybe when we're not using it.
Yeah.
To stop any fuel running up there and pushing into the pistons. But at least we found a problem. That was definitely from Eastbourne as well, because it sat there on the trailer for 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It did that at Eastbourne as well, though, didn't it? We couldn't get it off the trailer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but because it was sat here for 2 weeks.
It must be an issue with the carburetor.
Something anyway, but
maybe the float.
We're going to try keeping the fuel tap off when we're not using it and see if it helps at all. If anyone else knows what it is, then obviously let us know. We'd appreciate it.
Spilling over the carb.
Moment of truth. That. If I can find the switch. 2 times in a row now trying to get this thing to start. Coil. Well, that was a bit of a palaver. Oh yeah. Got all the cars moved. Got it. Got this car out. Couldn't get the red and black. This one started, the red and black one. So that is an issue that we need to fix ASAP. Ended up having to push it in with a lock diff on a tarmac road with grippy tyres. That is a recipe for a nightmare. Anyways, but it's loaded. I've got tyres to do. Dad's going to pump the tyres up in a trailer. A couple of them look a bit low. And then he's going to load the van, get that ready, and I'm going to get on with these tyres. And that will do for today. I managed to get all the tyres done and I've taken them proper seriously. I had them all set out where they go on the car, made sure we had every option available plus spare of the option I think we're going to be running. So tyres are done, car's done, it's loaded. Dad's loaded everything into the van, so that is the end of the week. Say we are up at very early because I've got to get to Dad's for about 8. So I'll be leaving my house probably 7, 7:15 to make sure we get here. And that is the end of Tebbz Weekly, episode number 8. Thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy these, like, comment, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.